I realised early on that my life was going to be a little different. The people around me tried to tell me that a normal life was going to be impossible. Come to think of it, impossible was a word I heard a lot. But then again, the sorts of things that most people take for granted take a little bit of a different approach when you're legally blind. When I was 5 years old, I was diagnosed with macular dystrophy. I had lost 95% of my peripheral vision and was completely blind in my central vision. To imagine how I see, put your fists up in front of your eyes to block out all of your central vision, and then imagine that 95% of the clarity has gone from the peripheral vision. The experts confronted my family and I with a projected outlook of my life, which would include no sport, an extremely limited education, and career aspirations. We chose not to hear that so-called expert advice, which started my journey of what I call champion vision. So it turns out that my world's a little bit different to your world. It turns out that my challenges are a little bit more fundamental than yours. Most people seem to think that an overly strong latte is a serious problem to their day. I'm just happy to get the cup into my hand in the first place. To be honest, just getting to work can be an issue when you can't see the train, the platform, or the gap between them. And that's what this is all about. How do you face your challenges? What do you see as your limits? And are those limits real? My life isn't a daily challenge, or a struggle, or a place to feel like a victim. It's about swimming, surfing, bike racing. It's about big business and big deals. It's about competing for Australia at the Paralympics. And it's all about perspective.
Well, to be honest, when I first committed to ride with Matt, I thought it was only going to be a once-off, and just so I can say that I've ridden a tandem. So what I expected to find was just an average guy with a visual impairment that would accept mediocre. However, I knew very early into our ride, about 30 minutes into the ride, that it wasn't the case. I met a pure athlete with killer instincts, and he turned his visual impairment into a positive and not a negative. So looking back over the past 18 months, we've won 4 national titles together, we've represented our country, and we've won a World Cup gold medal.
A long time ago, everyone was telling me that I would never read, I would never write, I would never get through school, and I'd never get a good job. They said that my life would be lived in some type of blank haze, tapping my way from corner to corner with a blind man's cane. That latte is looking a lot less important to you, right? It's all about how you see things, or in my case, how you don't. Where most people see limits, I see a glass ceiling ready to smash through. When most people see barriers, I see something to leap over. It's not that I'm particularly special. I've just had to develop a new set of tools and the right mindset just to get out the front door in the morning. I've used that mindset and tools to learn to read, to write, to finish school, and to get that job. It turns out I didn't need that cane after all.
Life is about perspective and not taking things for granted. I, like others, have neglected our other senses because of our full vision. Matt, he doesn't have this luxury. I didn't know any of the technologies that Matt developed to navigate his world. So, using unique tools like the pattern switch in conjunction with our full vision, it has to have an advantage in our personal, our professional and our sporting careers.
So I've decided to help other people with what I've learned. I like to help people smash through their barriers, leap over their limits, and I'd like to share with you a few tools that I've learned along the way. They say that when you lose your vision, your other senses are heightened. Well, I'd like to share all of that and more with you. Welcome to my world.